Welcome. Good
Thank you.
afternoon. My name is Natalie, and what's your name?
Penelope Zellweger.
Penelope Zellweger. It's so nice to meet you.
Thanks.
Is it okay if I call you Penelope?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, so tell me, did you find your way to my office okay?
Yeah, I did. It was good.
Okay, that's great. I was just a tad bit worried because it's raining outside and I didn't want you to get lost.
Yeah.
Okay, well, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself, Penelope?
Well, I'm 19.
Mhm.
I go to Southern Adventist University. I'm going to be a junior next semester.
Okay, that's great. So what are you studying?
I'm a biology pre-med major.
Wow, that's intense. So, are you hoping to become a doctor?
Yeah, that's the goal.
That's great. Well, before we begin, Penelope, I just want to let you know that everything you say here today is completely confidential.
Mhm.
Only myself, my professor, and my colleagues will have access to what you say.
Mhm.
And also, today is just going to be a 10-minute session where, you come, you talk, you tell me what brought you here today. I'm going to ask you a couple questions just to clarify.
Mhm.
And then, we'll make a plan to meet up again. How does that
Alright.
sound?
Sounds good.
Oh, great. Well, why don't you tell me what brought you here today? How can I help you, Penelope?
Well, a couple of months ago, I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and they were able to catch it early on. So I'm starting chemotherapy treatments soon, and so it's just a lot of different things that I've been dealing with in the past few months, and then just currently what I'm worrying about and trying to get figured out is school and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, what I'm hearing right now from you is you just got diagnosed with cancer a few months ago, but you said that it was early on,
It was,
which
yeah.
is really great. Okay, and now you just, you're trying to figure out what to do, with this and with school and with the chemotherapy. Am I right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, Penelope, what have you been doing so far? I guess specifically, what's going on right now? What do you?
Well, I've been preparing for treatments and stuff, but I've been having to pull out and drop out of classes and stuff, and I'm probably not going to be able to go to class or anything next semester until I've gotten through all of this. It's just a lot of preparation for the future, I guess.
And is this going to have a major effect on your career? Because I know, you're excited about being a doctor.
Well, that's one of the things, I really want to get figured out. I've had the time. I've had, I know it's still going to affect me for a long time, but I've had a few months to worry all about, all my emotional and stuff, all my problems that I just, have going on right now. But now, I just want to be able to figure out what this means for me academically because, I'm going to be losing time, in school, and, I'm just worried, what if it comes back because, I have a family history of breast cancer. My aunt had it, and for her, it came back several times, and though she's, fully, it's gone right now. Just the fact that she struggled with it for years and years, and if it does the same for me, what does that mean for my future? What does that mean for med school? Will it all be completely for nothing?
So what I'm drawing from this is that you're feeling a little scared and worried and frustrated all at the same time. I know that's a lot of feelings, but you're telling me that your aunt had it, and it seems like you're a little scared that it might come back again, like it did for hers. Even though the doctors did catch it early for you, and you're so young, and with the chemotherapy, it should all go away. But if you do the chemo and you still keep going with school, but it comes back, like you said, would it all be for nothing? You're doing all this work, but and spending all this money, but is it too much? Penelope? So, Penelope, I'm going to ask you, what's your goal for the day? Specifically, are you here just to talk about it? Because, you said you came to terms with the fact that you have cancer now, but what about now, Penelope? What's your goal right now?
Well, it's probably not just want to be more than just talking about it because everybody's been talking about it. Everybody's been like, oh, don't worry, It's going to all work out, give everything else time, I'm just focusing on this one big problem, but I'm a very future-oriented person, and I also want to be able to handle the problems that I feel like I can control. And so one of those things is deciding like what to do with my future, because I'm gonna have to, like quit school for a while and just planning my future, because right now I just want to be able to figure out something. I want to be able to have answers, and right now I don't have any answers. So if I can get that from this, that's what I want. I want to be able to figure out what to do.
All right. I'm hearing what you're saying. You're a future-oriented person. Obviously, like, getting diagnosed with cancer, all the plans that you had, you have to reorganize. You have to figure everything out again. You gotta factor in, this terrible thing that's happened to you, and now you don't know what's gonna happen in the future. You have all these unanswered questions, and obviously that's a burden on you. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Penelope, I want to ask you a bit of a strange question. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Okay. Well, suppose that tonight while you're asleep, a miracle happens. But you don't know that this miracle happened because you're sleeping. And the miracle is that the problem that brought you here today is now solved. So when you wake up in the morning, what will be different? What will show you that this miracle has happened and that the problem that brought you here today is now solved?
Well, I guess an obvious one would be that I wouldn't have cancer anymore. That would be convenient. I don't know. What can make it better? I don't know.
Well, specifically, what would someone else notice about you that's different?
Well, I guess if I didn't have cancer anymore, I'd just finally be able to stop stressing about everything. I wouldn't be irritated. I wouldn't just be so frustrated. I guess I'd finally be able to be at peace. Because right now, it's hard to be at peace about, my future. I guess that would be a real miracle. Have that day.
Alright, well, you clearly said you just want a day of peace. And not only would you be thankful for that and notice that, but everyone else around you would notice that Penelope is okay today. Like, she's peaceful. And I'm really sorry that this happened to you, Penelope. You didn't deserve it. You didn't deserve cancer at such a young age, and I want to apologize for that. And I'm really glad that, right now you realize that your goal is finding peace, coming to terms that you may not find answers today or tomorrow for what your future is, but, you're here and I'm here, and, I'm ready to help you, figure things out. And I'm really glad that, that you came to these terms that, peace is something that you want to find, and that's what's important to you, and that's a very realistic goal to look forward to, and I'm glad you came to that. Well, so real quick, Penelope, our time has come to an end, but I just want to review. You came in here earlier, and you're talking about how you just got diagnosed with cancer a few months ago. You're only 19, you're a junior with a bright future ahead, becoming a doctor, and now you don't know what to do, You're a little afraid that, you get the chemo now, you stop school for a semester, you come back. You won't be that far behind, but you still, it may come back. It came back for your aunt. What if it was all for nothing? You go to school, you pay all this money, you do all this hard work, but the cancer comes back, and now you're a future-oriented person, and now you don't know what to do, all the plans you had, they're all jumbled up, you have to figure out something new, because you got diagnosed with cancer. But now, finally, you're realizing that what you want is, you came to terms with the cancer, but now you just wanna find peace with, that your future is a little hazy right now, but that you're gonna figure it out. Am I right?
I hope so.
Okay, well, I look forward to seeing you again for our
Mhm.
scheduled time next week, Penelope.
Mhm.
I'm really glad I got to meet you, and I can't wait to see you next week.
Okay, thank you.
All right, well, take care of yourself today, all right? Have a
Okay.
great day.
Where's this?